Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Tangent Podcast, episode 101 for the week of February 6, 2017. I am your host, Brian Thomas, alongside my lovable co-host over here, Justin Kane.
Aloha.
The Beacon of Light, Anthony Salvatore.
Hello.
Bootless Wonder, Gary Hines.
Hello.
And we're the podcast for the site pixelatedpoints.com, where we talk about the news that we've been playing during the week in a little segment we like to call Under Your Thumb.
Yeah.
And
we play a lot of news.
Yeah. What? I've been doing this for like 4 weeks now.
Yeah, where you keep fucking up right there.
Yeah, I understand. I
kind of like my intro to
yeah, I believe it's
After
the
Dawn.
games we were playing during the week in a segment we like to call Under Your Thumb.
Oh, right, because then we read the news and then
The
you
segment we
drunk.
like to call the drunk.
I see. But
Make a good point.
we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
With old Fezziwig.
Old Fezziwig. Very nice. Gary, how was your week, pal?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard some training going on.
Some training. I hung out in good old New Jersey for
America's
3 days.
armpit. Wonderful.
Newark.
Newark. Sure.
New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't leave the hotel.
I wouldn't have. No.
No. So I spent 3 days training in interrogations.
Oh, fun. I think
Which
we
is
actually
interesting.
stayed in Newark when we went to Comic-Con. That was a rough trip.
Yeah, it smelled like shit.
I asked him if he sang karaoke. He didn't. So he did not match my effort. But
Can we throw that at the beginning of this one?
I got the video. That's
we can throw it in right at that part right there.
Just
so you
throw it in.
I mentioned it.
Didn't I throw it in at the end of an
at one
episode
point.
before?
Well, whatever. I mention it, you clip it in, and then we keep it moving.
Is that how we're doing it now?
Yeah.
Yep. So I spent 3 days training in New
Set that up
Jersey.
for you.
And never left the hotel. Don't really feel like going ever back there ever again.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Seemed like
Drove back
it's-
last night.
Mhm.
It's always fun driving through New York City. And
Yeah, it's always nice.
you know, there's
When
never
there's
traffic.
not a lot of traffic,
Yeah,
it's not bad.
There's never traffic going through there.
You're always moving.
Yeah, that's it. It's very confusing though. The highways are extremely confusing around there. The exit signs and just like everything is very confusing to me.
I'll have to take your word on it.
Around here, it's exit 14, exit 15, exit 16.
Yep.
Like normal places.
Do they just say,
There's
like-
like 14E through C, 15B through D, and I'm like, this is not an airport. Like, let's not do this.
It
It could
sounds
be an airport.
painful.
You don't know.
Sounds
Yeah,
painful.
maybe.
Clearly, you didn't know what's going on.
All right, Justin, how was your week?
Dude, my week was fan-diddly-astic, neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get done?
What I get done? A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I buried a dead body, which is always
Okay.
something you need to do. Don't worry, I found it that way.
Sure. Yeah. I believe you.
No, I didn't do anything. I'm not telling any of you any of my information, okay?
So I got a question for you guys. I got a question for you. So this week I was at work.
Oh, God.
How many times did you walk by this?
hate it.
How was your week?
I already hate it.
And so I was at work and I
Oh,
was
yes.
taking a dump, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all right.
Already off the rails.
Yeah, already off the rails. And so I started, wiping, cleaning up myself.
Sitting or standing?
Standing,
Hovering.
if you will. And it was more of a,
toilet seat.
it was
Dude.
It was like
Don't
relax,
Justin.
No, just
Justin.
relax.
Shut it up.
It was
Shut up.
So I was just wiping like normal, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, 3, 4, and it felt like nothing was going. Like I was just wiping a marker. It just continuously, no matter how much I wiped, there was still a ton there.
Yeah.
This is some
So
comedian's comedy bit. I think
Is
this
it?
needs to be cut out.
Sure, I guess. Is that an actual
I think
comedian's
so.
comedy bit?
Let him finish the story.
Let him
Surprise
finish the
ending?
story, yeah.
Because this is interesting.
All right.
It took
Is
about
it
it took
even
about
doing-
9 wipes for it to start really
So
kind of.
pretty much you didn't finish pooping.
Is that what it is?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, I
I
think you
felt,
didn't finish.
I felt like I was ready. I was ready to get out of there.
No, I think you didn't finish pooping and you just kept pooping into your hand and just kept
Yeah, maybe.
like I think that's probably what happened. I mean, case closed, right?
Case closed.
Yeah,
Case
there
closed.
was a whole extra piece of turd on the other end of that butthole, dude. It was clearly
That's
there.
it's from Parks and Rec.
Oh, is it?
Problem solved.
Okay. I don't watch. Who's Andy?
That's
Who's the
pretty
comedian?
dead
Chris
on
Pratt.
that you would use that.
Chris Pratt.
exact-
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
Kept
Tony,
wiping.
how was your week?
Yeah, keep it going.
I can't believe you just told people like that story
relax.
of you pooping.
Relax. Be mature about
Like,
it.
hey, like that's something goes on in your week that you're like, you know what? Let me tell other people about. Like that's a Brian Day for you.
It's a Brian Day. Well, I mean,
Jesus
everything
Christ.
else.
Yeah, I
No
don't know.
pun intended. It was more shitty than that day. So
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, what do you got?
I'm not topping that at 24 hours.
You just didn't top that.
You're not gonna top 9 wipes.
No, 9 wipes and explosion.
Let me tell you my story. I had 10.
Yeah, the all-time high score has been broken by Steve with 10 wipes for the extra turd.
Did we talk about games on this podcast? I'm not even sure.
I think so.
No,
I think
this
so.
whole asking about our week is just ridiculous.
Anyways,
That was a poop story.
yeah,
That's what we do now.
That's. I figured
Low-hanging
it
fruit.
would be on like Justin's level. but-
he's a little bit more
I'm fucking
sophisticated.
dignified.
yeah.
What does that word mean?
Yeah, right.
Can you just give us the
Can
definition?
you spell that word?
Guys, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's just keep this moving here.
All right,
A
so-
dignified person like myself doesn't answer.
We're gonna get into under your thumb. And last week I went last, so you know what? I'm gonna be selfish and go first this week.
Hey.
Your story.
Never mind.
Yeah, be dignified, Justin. Be dignified.
Get yourself together.
Throw that pinky out there.
Class.
Listener at home, he's extending the pinky.
I can see.
Well, listeners can't. Viewers can.
Well, you can
Some
view
good
and
radio
listen.
right now. Let's keep
Good
it
radio.
moving.
Yeah, so the only game that I really played besides Overwatch this week was OwlBoy. So last week I was trying to figure out how to dual boot my MacBook and get Windows on there so that way I could actually play OwlBoy. And then Steve was like, "Hey, you're an idiot because it's out on Mac."
And it was on sale.
Yeah, and it was on sale for about $16.
So bing bang boom.
Bing bang boom, bought it. I'm glad that Gary texted me Saturday morning and he was like, "Hey man, did you buy OwlBoy yet?" And I was like, "No, not yet. I'll get home and do it." 29 minutes left on the sale. Thanks, Gary.
There you go.
Appreciate
Just hooking
that.
it up.
Appreciate that.
I got OwlBoy
Did you order
as well.
from your phone then?
No, I got home.
Oh, just in time.
Yeah,
for it.
just in
Okay,
time.
okay.
But yeah, the game is great. It's a 2D side-scrolling Metroidvania-esque type of game, but it's very pixel art, graphics-wise. The best thing about it so far is the music. There's a Let's Play of me trying to play the game and listening to the music. It's fantastic. Go over to youtube.com, search us, you'll find it there. But the music and just the sound effects is perfect. It is a wonderful, it harkens back to the SNES. I feel like I'm playing a very, very clever, very beautiful Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, that's like updated for
Yeah.
current gen.
Yeah.
But it gives you the feeling of playing those
It
classics.
hits on the nostalgia.
Yeah, very
Big
well,
time,
and
big
it's
time.
solid. It's very responsive.
Hey.
The
Some things.
Really?
Like his poop situation. No, it's all.
He's not gonna get
bad.
over that.
I mean, you
You're not
started
gonna-
the whole
you're
show
not gonna
off
get
that
over
way.
it.
In
No,
fact,
it's too-
I'm like totally hooked on it now. I've been thinking about poop the whole time, Brian. The whole episode now.
My God.
Mine's in the gutter.
Yeah.
So getting back to OwlBoy.
Yeah, trying to get back to OwlBoy.
I thought the same thing as Brian. The music itself is really well done. The level design, how it's very vertical, and obviously you play as an OwlBoy, so you're flying.
Yep.
And you're flying around, and you play as kind of a klutz, like people are making fun of you.
Yeah, you're a disappointment basically. And so there
the
is one other character in the village that doesn't see you this way, and I think his name is Getty. He's a
The guy with the gun.
guy with a gun. So you're carrying around, OwlBoy is carrying him around, and it turns into a twin stick shooter. So
How big are you in comparison to this person you're carrying around?
same size. So it'd
So
be
he's
like,
like on your
A
back.
normal
no,
size.
you're carrying him
Literally
like an owl.
holding him.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
he's
your feet
underneath
down
you.
below.
Yeah, so
right,
you
yeah,
control
'cause you're a
OwlBoy
bird.
Yeah.
with the
Kind
left
of.
analog stick, and
Yeah, I
then you
get it.
aim with the right analog stick.
Grab him with the feet.
You got it. Boom. Bing, bang, boom. But
Boy.
the game itself, the gameplay is really, really solid. The story is just, hey, we're owls. We guard these humans, and then there's sky pirates, whatever. The story,
sense.
as of right now, the story doesn't really, like, it makes sense for a video game, but it's not why I'm playing this game.
Yeah.
So the platforms, there are platforms, I'm guessing.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of platforming as you do fly.
Right.
but-
Can you go directly
Through?
through them, or do you have to go
Some
around
of them. Some of them you can. A lot of them you have to go
So
around.
this is how they're making you navigate, is flying around
Yep.
and or through them.
So have you gotten to any sort of dungeon or cave yet?
So I've gone through, I believe, the first cave.
Did
I
you
ended
finish
up-
it?
Yeah, I fought this kind of it was like
mask.
a shield guy that was just like pretty
It's-
much a tank.
It's like a hermit crab. Almost.
Crustacean?
Yeah, crustacean that has a giant
Good
shield
word.
that you have to
Great word.
you have to kind of
Crustacean.
spin attack and knock the shield off its face and then shoot it. But
With the human.
Yeah.
so
You don't shoot
Which is
with
kinda
Owlboy.
sick.
you don't,
I
shoot,
like that,
you don't
yeah.
shoot with
I feel like you
OwlBoy,
should
so you
emphasize
have to
that.
drop him and leave him in a safe spot so he's not getting hit. But then you spin attack and knock daze the guy, and then you pick up
So you
Getty
can
and then
only
shoot
shoot
when
while
you're carrying.
him, so
Yep.
you can't like leave him as a perch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So there is a.
So you'll be able to carry multiple people around with you.
Did you
Or
finish the
not
cave and
finish.
leave the cave?
No, as soon as I beat him, I stopped playing.
Okay. Did you get the item after him?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Do you mind if I tell you what that does? Because it's like a huge part of.
Yes.
Oh, you do mind? Or
no,
I can tell you.
No, you can tell me.
Okay.
Because
So
he might actually have it.
So
yeah,
who
I
knows?
might. I
So-
don't know. I
There's
went
a-
to New Jersey. Things got weird.
It's yeah.
Now I'm here.
Yeah. So you find this totem, and Getty's like, you know what's a really good idea? I'm just gonna chip away a little piece of it just to show the professor. Let me do this, and then it unlocks a lock, and then you carry the lock, and it automatically teleports Getty to your person.
So you can leave him anywhere safe and then get him wherever you
Yeah,
want.
instantaneously. So you can transport him, or you can transport him, you can move him to a platform, or you can move him into your arms, so that way it...
So you don't have to go back
builds-
for him.
Yeah, it builds upon itself very, very nicely because there's lots of sections. So like I said, you have to spin attack and knock the mask off, but then you have to pick him up. Later on in the game, you spin and knock something off or dizzy somebody and then immediately pick him up and start shooting. He transports right to you, so it's a lot quicker.
Does he transport right back to the safe spot? Or
No,
do you
he's
now have to drop him
now
off?
you have to drop him off again.
Yeah.
But there are more clever ways that there are platforms where you get separated from Getty and you can't necessarily use him, and you have to kind of. This is where you might not like it because it is a platforming thing where it's like you can't be seen by these gnomes, and it gives them like a little. The screen is completely dark, and it shows them. It shows like
Their cone.
their cone of vision, but you can't fly because then they can hear you.
Yeah,
So
you
they
don't
use
wanna flap
sonar.
it out.
Yeah,
You wanna
exactly.
Be a boy now.
Exactly.
So this is where the boy
Like
comes in.
Yeah, like
Yep.
an Owlboy.
Yeah, like an OwlBoy. But the puzzles actually do get pretty intelligent, and they don't tell you anything.
No.
It's not like, oh, you're supposed to push this block over here. There's one part where I was kind of stuck, and I didn't really know what I was doing until I accidentally stumbled across something that I would have never thought to do. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And
Yeah, the game doesn't hold your hand at all. I mean, it really even in the beginning of the game, I got lost. I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah,
it
well,
was even
a lot.
before I got Getty.
He doesn't follow Eddie's story. Eddie gave you ever told you he watched the story.
did you
He's a total
sit?
liar.
You sit in the hot tub?
No.
Oh man, you.
Oh,
missed out.
actually, yes.
This dude's like, hey, let me show you how to chill out, and he
Yeah.
gives you more health,
Yeah.
which is helpful.
Yeah. You said hot tub. I was thinking of an actual hot tub. but
It's like a
there's
hot spring.
There
Yeah.
you go.
He was thinking Witcher.
Yeah. Jesus. But there are upgrade systems, so
Yeah,
it's like an RPG mechanic
for-
where you can get more health, better items and guns, things like that.
So I
More
envision
feathers.
later in the game you're going to be able to pick up more people.
I'm
or
thinking so
more
because if you go
characters.
into the start menu, it does show Getty is one of 6.
Yep.
Maybe you can have like a little baby carrying pouch with all your little people in it. That'd
No,
be nice.
I don't
Look
think
for
so. I think it's
items.
going to be more of one at a time. One at a time.
Oh,
And you'll have to
switching.
use people to figure out puzzles.
Like a
and-
little person baby carrier would be.
Yeah,
I think
no,
it'd
I
be good.
can't- yeah,
No.
never
I don't
mind,
think
never
so.
mind.
You're gonna carry
Probably
8
not.
people with one owl.
I mean,
One
it's
owl boy.
Strong.
Yeah,
it's
not
a
a
very
man.
strong owl boy. I don't know. I mean,
He was-
an owl boy doesn't exist.
Once
We
a
don't know
boy,
how
he's
strong
now
he
a man.
Not
is.
yet.
Now an owl boy, man.
But anyways, that's going to be it for me on OwlBoy. I'm going to just pass it along to Gary because if you have anything else to talk about on OwlBoy, no? All right, what
It
else
was a
you got?
hoot.
Oh, dude.
There it is. Yeah, so I played Owlboy. I also played and completed Resident Evil 7.
There we go.
Completed it, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Done.
Did you
completed.
complete it?
I did.
So
Oh,
both of us have
shit.
completed Resident Evil 7. I will say that to me, game of the year.
So far. Hold on,
Game
real
of the year
quick.
so far.
I will say that I did play this for about 20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, Justin came over this week, and I let him experience some Resident Evil on
the PC.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. It was really fucking awesome. It's sketchy. I actually ended up fighting a boss, which was
Jack.
pretty sweet.
The father.
The father, yes.
Daddy Baker.
Yeah.
Daddy Baker. And I beat him.
You did?
Nailed it. I didn't even really realize I was in a boss fight until it was over because the whole game is just so fucking sketchy. I mean, everything feels like a boss fight, it seems like.
How does the first person shooting feel in Resident Evil?
It felt fine, I guess. I mean,
does it feel
it's
like
not
your
too
typical FPS, or does it feel like a
It's
slower?
It's slower.
It's slower, definitely.
It's definitely slower. It's not as...
You're not shooting as many
Twitch
bullets.
based.
Yeah. It's not the
It's
best strong suit for it, but it's
You're knifing,
solid.
you're doing all sorts. Yeah, it's
It's
good.
solid.
Dude,
It does
it's
what
fine.
it needs to do. I think this game is super smart. The level design in the game, the atmosphere, and the best thing about the game to me is the sound design. So I think the sound design throughout the game, playing with headphones on, just fucking creep me out. Literally every 5 feet, you're just like, what the fuck was that? And looking behind you. So I could imagine in VR, this game is ridiculous.
He was having snap necks.
Yeah, I feel like, well, one, I can't play this game with the lights on. I couldn't only imagine playing it in VR.
Yeah. I will say that the second half of the game, something happens that it does get away from some of the horror, for me at least, where it felt more action-y, which wasn't exactly what I thought was happening, but it made sense for the story, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but it made sense for the story, and I get where they're going, but it kind of took away from the first couple hours of the suspense and the not knowing. And I don't know if it was just because I had already gone through that and gone through the creepiest shit. And then at the end, I'm just immune to it now. I'm just this is normal. But it just felt to me like the end of the game was something different than the beginning of the game. Could have been that you get grenade launcher, flamethrower, shotgun, and you're just fully armed by the end of the game.
Yeah, that
you're
could
just
do
a
it.
walking tank.
Yeah, so you're not as scared because you're like, if something is around this corner, I'm gonna fucking destroy it. in 2
Shotgun to
seconds.
the face.
But it was very well done. Very well done. They tied in for someone like myself who I played Resident Evils before. I played through Resident Evil 4 a couple different times. It was my favorite one. And for someone like me, the tie-in at the end of the game made sense. I saw what they were going for. It wasn't something that you need to know Resident Evil to understand.
Yeah, it just kind of subtly hints or tells you how it fits into the lore of the world. Yeah,
And then at the end of the game, they give you the best weapon in the game.
and then you play through the game again.
And then they give you the Albert pistol.
Okay.
And
You just fucking shoot
Yeah.
up.
that thing is ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
It looks like a Beretta pistol, like how the police carry, but it almost looks like it has a silencer on the end of it, but it sounds like a Magnum. And
super
very
loud, but
loud.
it has a silence.
But it looks like a Beretta.
Does it look like Wesker's gun from all of the other Resident Evil games?
I don't know.
It's very, very possible. Very possible.
He says no, so I'm going with him.
So once I completed it, I restarted it.
Yep.
Went right back to it.
Right, jumped right back on it.
So there's an
Yep.
achievement to beat the game in under 4 hours.
With that pistol, probably doable, no?
Yes, very doable.
Now that you know kind of everything.
Well, just knowing where, like any puzzle
Yeah.
game. Because in reality, it was probably more of a puzzle game than anything, in suspense.
Yeah,
You
so
find all
they'd
the
be
pieces
open.
and-
The game itself,
Very
there's a lot of
Resident Evil
different
4.
areas that open up, and you got to find either keys or clues or
That's
something.
a very-
The three Resident Evil 4 was very much like it felt like to find the 3 dog heads to put onto the picture to open a door, or
That's
like
very-
you'd have
Like
find
1
the,
through 3, you have to
find the
find
diamonds.
a lighter, light this painting, it drops a ruby. Now you take this ruby, you put it in this
the-
eye socket. The eye
Yeah.
socket lights the
Exactly.
fire, and then you can see a code on the
They
back
even
of the
did the
fireplace.
light locks to manipulate the items so the light shines through, just like the church sequence.
Yeah,
I think in
just
number 4.
in 4, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
open
a,
doors.
Get that.
yeah, that's and again, a lot of people love that about the Resident Evil series, and
felt-
that's why 5 and 6 kind of fell by the wayside because they were more action oriented.
I felt that the family members were the most similar to the zombies of number 4 of like the virus stage where they're not necessarily too much of like a typical zombie.
Yep.
So I'm not sure what the tie-in at the end will be, but they seem like very much more alert, like super alert.
Well, they know.
Like
They know.
or like in number 4, one of the main protagonists there, how he was alert, but he was super powerful from it.
Protagonist or
Antagonist, excuse me, yeah.
The guy with the black
huge,
trench coat?
yeah.
That's
how
Albert.
he was. Yeah,
That's
he was
Wesker.
aware.
That's Wesker.
Yeah, Wesker. He was aware, but he was like still in beast form. So it was like it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's
no.
really-
So I mean,
really
the game
cool.
itself, it puts you in an area. You got to find different puzzle pieces or keys or whatever. And during that time, there's going to be somebody or enemies around that area walking around. So you got to sneak around, open up certain things. And
But now you can just...
now I know where everything is,
Non-spoilers.
and
You're not gonna have that trial and error process.
no, I'm sprinting through this now. I know exactly where I need to go and how to get there. I know which enemies I need to kill, which ones I'm just like, I'm running right by you. And I'm gotten through almost to the first boss fight, and I'm under 35 minutes.
Awesome.
Which is-
How many boss fights are there?
4?
So like, how much time do you think you cut from your original playthrough already?
At least 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so you're already 2 hours down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know exactly where I'm going.
Yeah.
Before, like, literally, like, in the beginning of the game,
You're just petrified.
everyone's seen the
Yeah.
demo. Like, in the beginning of the game, it wants you to watch the video, play through the video, understand, like, you got to go to the chimney, pull the chimney down to get down into the basement. Like, the beginning of this game, like, when you're speedrunning, right
You don't
through
have
it,
to do it.
Right
you
to
don't,
the chimney.
you're just right to the chimney, pull
Yep.
it down, you're down in the basement, not watching the video, you're not watching any of the home videos, which are actually
Yeah.
pretty fucking
Happy
sweet.
Happy Birthday is pretty.
Happy Birthday is the best video. So just to let you know,
Just
happy
a heads up
birthday.
for everybody out there.
If you find a video, play through the videos because they are like
They
a
are
little
collectible
mission.
items, so if you're gonna get all the collectibles, you're gonna have to get them anyways,
Yeah,
which is cool.
yeah. So you
think
play
there's
through
4
the
of them.
videos, and you can play through the video eyes of Mia, who is your girlfriend that disappeared for 3 years, and you find a video of her like walking around, and you get to play as her
Oh, cool.
through the video, and then later in you get to play as somebody else, and so
So
forth.
on and yep.
So whenever you find a video, play through the
Yeah, I
video.
believe there's 4. I think
There's 4.
it's
yeah,
4, right?
Just form. And then didn't you say there was like some secret video or something like that you were talking about earlier?
There's something that's like banned footage.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's extra like things for DLC or something like extended the video.
Like you've just seen it out there on the interweb.
It's in the trophy section of like PlayStation. It'll say like banned footage volume 1.
Oh, okay.
And they did after the credits, after beating the game, they do show you a picture. I'm not going to say a picture of what, and it says like DLC coming soon, spring 2017, and gets you excited for some sort of DLC for this game in particular. But they set the story up for sequels, and I think they're doing it right. They brought Resident Evil back to being relevant, I guess.
For me-
the last 2 games fucking
Yeah, for
sucked.
me, 5 and 6 were steps
Did you
way
play
off
6?
course.
I didn't
even
play
bother.
6.
After 5
played
and
five.
seeing video, I watched video of 6 and I
I
was just
played the
like,
demo
damn.
of 6, and it was just like zombie hordes of and
Nonsense.
There was no need for it whatsoever.
when
I
we-
didn't mind 5 because I thought 5 was just a good action game. It's not a Resident Evil game.
No.
It's just a good action game.
And you could even play a 2-player and everything. It was like crazy.
Yeah,
It
well,
was
that
so
I thought that again, like
super
that's
action.
a really cool. Yeah, like take Resident Evil away from it, it's a decent game.
Yeah. I think they definitely have some aspects of Outlast throughout this game in certain areas. From the little time
Jumps.
that I did play Outlast, but it was good. It was really good. I
Nice.
really enjoyed it. It was one of those games I was sketched out to play. I'm happy that I went through it, and excited to go for under 4 hours.
Spring 2017.
Or play Outlast 2. Now you know you can handle it.
I watched you
Relax.
play. I mean,
Some
I
of the
finally
YouTube.
watched your videos.
Yeah.
And
Which you
I
can
remember
do
sending you
over
a
on
text.
YouTube. Hey, I'm just saying.
Slated points.
There you go.
Yeah.
Throwing out the shameless
Absolutely.
plugs.
What do you
Uh,
think, Steve?
And I remember sending you a text being like, the game looks fucking. Well, you're playing on Ultra or whatever on a PC,
I'm playing
but
on PC.
that first the first scene with
The
Mia.
car drive.
Mia.
It's
in
like
the
a real
camcorder.
person.
I thought it was actual like
Like a real person.
like a real video until
Yeah.
So a couple seconds, you're like,
So
wait a
yeah,
second.
I was like,
It's the
holy
way
shit.
it's shot. It's
It's
very
very
photographic.
Photorealistic.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and then I played the game. I mean, I played it. I watched it in the dark with headphones on.
Yeah.
It was getting you a
The
little bit.
the sound design's really.
But the thing is, you were
You're
making
not-
the choice.
But I'm not. No, that's
Yeah.
why. That's the difference.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you're watching somebody
I'm
play.
watching someone, but it's
a lot
still.
different.
Eh.
Lot
I'm
different.
more scared playing like Resident Evil 2 because the fucking camera angles freaking the shit out of me.
Yeah, because you're the
pretty
weird
you
scary.
can't
kid.
move.
Like, shit, I want to get over there. I don't know how. Son of a bitch.
The camera is
I
fire.
think
Scary
with
shit.
the sound design and the headphones on, and being in first person,
It's weird to me
very
playing a
immersive.
Resident Evil game first, like playing, just
Yeah.
playing whatever. Seeing it first person to me is like, oh shit, this is a Resident Evil game because I'm so used to just this like isometric,
Yep.
like
Or then the over the shoulder.
over the shoulder esque,
yeah.
like Resident
I also
Evil.
think that they couldn't do it. I think me and Justin were talking about it. If they try to make this game in third person, it just wouldn't have worked. You know, the hallways, everything is so close together.
Yeah,
The camera
and
angles
even the
wouldn't have
whole
worked.
game itself is actually condensed into a very small
It's a
area.
small
Well,
area.
I think
So I think the first person
that's what
really,
this game
yeah,
needed
crushes
to
it out.
reboot it from
Yeah.
'Cause
'Cause
5 and
confined space
6,
is
and
much
even just
scarier.
after 4. I mean, 4 probably perfected,
the
that-
third person
Yeah.
genre
that,
of it. Yeah.
you know, and then
can never
it's time
tell.
to figure it
Yeah.
out. You know,
I mean,
something new.
I think it steps in the right direction.
I was saying that I saw that Capcom's shares have kind of plummeted, and I don't know if it's because of Resident Evil 7 or whatever, but it sucks to see the company actually get penalized for taking, I think, the right creative steps for this game, because now this game is actually, the series is good, people are actually interested. For example, one of Justin's really good friends and a friend of ours, texted him out of the blue and was like, hey man, I picked up Resident Evil 7 and I
And
played
beat
through
it.
it and
Yeah,
beat
it's
it.
like, holy
And
shit.
he is just strictly like sports games and then every once in a while Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So he's very casual, but it's good to see like it's getting that kind of publicity that people are actually interested in it. But it sucks that it's...
I don't know if it's because people are upset.
It didn't make
with
the
it.
quota, I think, is just the problem. They predicted it'd sell 4 million and it sold like 3 million.
Yeah, again, but like their stockholders
still
see
did
the
okay,
numbers
right?
and then they
And-
don't like
yeah,
that.
so-
But
Yeah.
from a
But
business
I think-
perspective, it sucks. But
I think it's also the fact that it's sketchy as fuck. Like,
are afraid
and
of it.
a lot of people like
They're afraid of it.
I won't buy
myself,
it.
Brian.
Your
Like,
thumbnails for the videos were fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
as scary as hell.
yeah,
Yep.
it's
It's
sketchy.
not like, yeah.
It's sketchy, man. So like, I can understand if the casual person watches, 15 minutes, on YouTube, pixelated
just like,
points,
nope.
and it's just like,
Check.
nope. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And like, I get it.
But it's so funny because Resident Evil was never a casual game.
No.
To me.
No, but I think
But
they-
the last
definitely
two
an
were
issue.
very
well,
casual.
that's maybe the problem.
And the
man.
casual
picked
hype
up.
bandwagon got so fucking full. And now they're like, well, we wanted this. And we're like, fuck you. You guys weren't even here before, so get off.
Yeah.
So we're not worried
I
about
mean,
it.
that was the
Nailed
big
it, right?
nature with like
Yeah.
Silent Hill, and those two were like,
That's sad. That died.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, the story was really good. The story was funny at points, and the family was creepy as fuck. Like, it just reminds you of like House of a Thousand Corpses.
The grandma scares the shit out of me.
Dude,
She's everywhere.
And she
Everywhere.
was in my playthrough when I played for the 20 minutes. She showed up.
do not trust the grandmother.
Yeah, you never trust a grandma.
No, she's no.
Like, every time you walk into a room, she's just chilling there. She doesn't say anything. She just stares at you. You're just like, grandma.
If they trust her, you can't trust her.
Everywhere. And then you go back in the room, she's gone. The only thing I will say is the thing that made me quit the demo was the mannequins,
Yeah.
right?
They
Oh, they got
toned
rid
that
of
back,
it.
right?
They toned down the mannequins. I didn't have like a mannequin scare. They didn't give me like mannequins
Disappointing.
moving.
No
I
mannequin issues for
I
you?
wouldn't have played it. I would have stopped. It would have stopped me from completing that game. So
You need to mannequin
they
up.
dumbed down on the mannequins, which I appreciate. So I was able to get through it. But I thought it was really well done. Game of the year. Game of the year for me right now. Now we're through a month. So
I'm an OwlBoy kind of guy myself.
Really?
I don't know.
Seemed like
Just
it.
making shit up.
yeah, don't think
Yeah.
it came out this year.
But
Oh, for
anything
sure.
else really, or
No, that's it. Anthony, do you have anything else on it?
Same thing as he pretty much
Anthony, you
said.
have
At
anything
this
else on
moment, yeah, I do. Asshole.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
asshole.
Yeah, same thing Gary said. What it does, just for like building up to the end, making it action at the end makes sense to kind of get the story just fit right into place, and kind of gives you the explanation of the Baker family and what really did kind of happen to them.
Okay.
So
Also, it does a nice job of tying
It ties
everything
it up.
together.
It ties it
and
up.
creates a little
Nice
bit
little
of
bow.
nice bow,
There you go, Justin.
ribbon.
We got to get this kid a muzzle.
Yeah.
This is my bow
Do time
hands
out,
tying the
time
bow.
Anyway, yeah, it forces you to make a few decisions to kind of alter, the gameplay. But all in all, it's a very brilliant game, and like Gary said, so far game of the year.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
really well done. Give it a green.
It's a stoplight at confetti.
Confetti hands.
It's a green from us.
Confetti green.
It's a green from us. I'm gonna go to Justin.
Justin, dude. Justin's awesome. So yeah, I played Resident Evil 7 for a bit, which was sweet. A friend of mine is potentially gonna lend it to me, so I might play it next week.
Again?
Tune
Or
in.
to be
I don't
honest.
think.
Like
I don't
to
know if
actually
Justin will
play
get
it.
through it.
I don't know if
Because
I
the
will
one thing
either.
I will say about it, if you're not playing with headphones on, it is very, very, very doable. It
Yeah,
it
but I
dumbs
have
the
the
game down.
headphones,
It dumbs it
and
down.
I am kind of scared. I'm not sure if I'll make it all the way through, but
You're going to give
I
it a
felt
go.
super confident when Gary was in the room. I mean,
We did jump when I was playing at one point. I turned a corner, I was like running around, and like Daddy Baker was right there. Literally, I jumped, like turned around, grabbed Justin. Justin's like, oh my! It was like
What are you playing on? Are you playing on your TV?
on my
Just your computer monitor?
my monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. No thanks.
Yeah.
I think you'd enjoy it, Brian.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
Dark room, headphones
Sketchy.
on.
You're shitting for
Just
10
like-
days instead of 9.
I mean, I was playing at the very beginning. I was only playing in 20-minute intervals. So like the gameplays that I put out, that's how much I played.
yeah.
Stop.
But then once you get going in the game, you kind of understand the mechanics of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Takes away some of the scare factor, and then
Yeah.
obviously you get more weapons. And now that pistol is ridiculous. The only thing I will say about that pistol though is that it's only 3 shots in a clip. So it
But it-
does.
You're
but it
doing some
uses the
reload.
handgun ammo.
It
It's
does,
just tons
which
of-
is you have
which
a ton
is-
of handgun
yeah,
ammo,
everywhere.
and that thing's just 2-shot headshots all day. So, okay, Justin, move on.
Oh, okay, sweet. I played that, and I also continued to play Dishonored 2. So
Finish it?
Yeah.
I did. I'm on my 3rd playthrough
Third.
at this
Nice.
point.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
So here we go. First thing, I
Ready.
played the second playthrough, New Game Plus. I now on my 3rd playthrough, I realized the mistake of saving over my first save is that
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't replay the missions.
Mhm.
So that was a mistake
Multiple
I now
saves.
learned.
That's a Fallout 3.
Yeah,
Come
that
on,
really
like,
is.
that's
Well,
a-
no, but that's not-
something I picked up off of you.
Well, I only do that kind of stuff
Rookie
in games
mistake,
that
dude.
glitch out. I mean, I knew. So either way, I'm on my 3rd playthrough now.
That's a beneficial.
But a question for you is, if when I go back to look at the missions that if I want to replay a mission,
You can't. Oh, well, you might be able to do it now with the updates. Can you select missions now?
yeah.
Okay, you couldn't do that when I was playing it.
So if I want to get all the collectibles, I would have to do it all in one sweep.
I had to do that for my playthrough. I don't know if you can do it with mission select.
Because when I go to mission select, it doesn't tell you how many of the certain things you have. or
Yeah, they don't.
have.
There's no tally
Yeah, there's-
marker in any sort of what I had to do was I had to go like, okay, how many paintings are in this level? Okay, find them, and then okay, yep, this is how many are in here.
And the coins,
Oh, I'm not picking up all the coins. You don't.
No,
get
there's no
you
achievement for that,
No,
right?
no,
Oh,
no,
thank
no.
God! It's just like the newspapers, the paintings, the
No,
rooms.
no. It's you need to check the achievements / trophies, but it's collect all the paintings, collect all the items for the dreadful whale.
Yeah, those are the souvenirs.
Yep, the souvenirs. There is
I believe
one
the newspapers. I thought you don't need the newspapers. Okay.
collect. I think it might be all blueprints, something like
Yeah.
that.
Upgrades, it might be upgrades.
No, you don't actually
No?
have to do that for achievements, but there are one. It's like you have to hear all of Megan Foster's story in the Dreadful Whale, so you have to talk to her, listen to
Yeah.
all of the
So another thing, the
audiographs.
second playthrough I did as Corvo
Yep.
didn't get an achievement.
Did you
There
beat the
is.
game as Corvo Atano?
Yeah.
You
From
beat it from beginning to end.
I mean, to my knowledge, I'm on my 3rd playthrough now. New Game Plus number 3.
Mhm.
So that was very strange.
Sounds like an Xbox problem.
I'm not sure. Maybe
I would
mean,
probably recommend getting the collectibles in one playthrough.
No, that's what I'm doing right now.
Wouldn't
on my
you just
third
restart the
playthrough.
level if you saw that you didn't collect it?
Well, no, now that's what I'm doing now on my third playthrough, because the first couple times I'm just like, oh, I'm going to replay the mission. It's no big deal. And now I'm on my third playthrough, and I'm okay, I did Emily, I did Corvo, and now I'm going back to select the missions.
You
and I'm
didn't
like,
get
wait a second.
You
like,
didn't get an achievement for beating the game as Corvo Atano?
Yeah, so I don't know if
If it's
I
glitched.
It might be an
skipped something
Xbox, it might
or
be.
if I quit a mission and because one of my loads was fucked up where every time I would have to go to load game, but if I went to quick save, it would bring me back like 2 missions ago. Or like if I went to continue, if I went to continue, it would bring me back to like 2 missions. It was stuck on those same missions.
That
So I
sounds
might have
like-
fucking
that's-
glitched out.
Yeah,
or
that
something.
sounds like something that.
So I'll do
is
the
specific to yours.
non-power up playthrough as Corvo.
Yeah, do Flesh and Steel
And then-
as Corvo. That's what I did. So I played as Emily, and I played the way that I wanted to, and then I played as Corvo.
Killed
Flesh of Steel, killed everybody, no powers.
I'm still not sure. I mean, about not. I could do a non-kill potentially,
But not be seen?
but not be seen.
It's
I
tough.
don't know about that. Like
It's difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I've
It's fucking
seen now
hard.
that I'm collecting everything and I'm really looking around finding everything.
Mm-hmm.
There is a shitload of passageways.
Yep.
And like using the
You don't follow the main street at all.
yeah, and you use the like rats to get through tunnels and all sorts of shit.
You use
Control
possession
them,
to
yeah.
get to be a blood fly.
You can
to-
even use
Yep.
the shadow walk to skip over possession, and you're able to walk through rat holes in the shadow walk.
Yeah.
So I can see there's a bunch of avenues, but still, like I'm so impatient. There's just no way. I see myself like, okay, I'm gonna like link these guys up and like sleep dart them, and then it's just like, what's that? And I'm just like,
Sword in the
so yeah, I just
That sounds
don't
like a
see
just
it
a
happening.
You said you like the ability where you like blink to somebody to stab them.
Yeah. So I've been as Corvo, I just blink right to them and just stab them, and it's just
Yeah.
everybody. They turn to dust, and I just look at the next guy, blink and stab. What the hell was that? And then time slows down as they see me, and I'm like, somebody sees me. I turn around, I'm like, oh, there he is, blink, stab, and that's just how it goes. But I have
Not a chance are you gonna get the
not a chance. And my favorite thing to do is call rats on everyone. I just see 4 or 5 guys. You call a swarm of rats, it eats everyone. And if I also have the one where if you,
Have you got a like a low chaos one? Or
I think
no?
I got 1 stealth before, or no,
Wait,
one
so
that's far left. I didn't kill anyone. They
bottom
saw
left.
me.
Bottom, yeah.
No, I got a shitload of bottom left, but I got 1 that was
No, if you're killing people, you're not getting bottom left.
I remember.
No, it's like
Lethal
Yeah.
Is
is,
bottom.
top.
No,
no, is
it's
it the
all
opposite
bottom
way?
left.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all
Oh, yeah,
bottom
then
left. I'm getting
you
all
need-
bottom
you need
left.
top rights.
One time I just got a straight left, which was like I got seen a couple times, but I
But-
didn't kill anyone. I was just like in and
Yeah.
out. It was like the first mission.
Yeah.
So no, I'm killing everybody. And after you kill them, if you're in open combat, if they already saw you before they die, they turn into blood flies. And then you got rats and blood flies all over the place. The battlefield is just full of shit. I'm like standing on a perch watching guys get attacked by blood flies and rats. And the blood flies and the rats fight each other. I mean, how can you not kill anyone? I just don't get it.
You don't use those powers.
Yeah, no.
They
I
are fun.
know.
I
It's
beat,
gonna
I
be
beat
tough.
the game through using just the blink and seeing through walls, and those were the only 2 that I needed to use to get the no.
And as Emily, you don't even blink to them. You just pull them in midair and they come flying over and you charge it up and you wait for them and you just stab them right when they get there.
didn't even bother getting that skill. Yeah.
yeah.
Because I was like,
Pull
I'm
them right
not.
to you.
I was like, I'm not going to be pulling these guys to me. I'm
Hey,
gonna
well,
be
you can knock
sneaking
them out
around.
if you want.
Yeah, true.
You can
But
pull
then
them
they
to
They
see
see
you.
you and then you get
Oh,
killed.
but then they
Yeah,
see
you
the
see?
blink. But I did get the achievement for
Not being seen
High
in one map.
chaos. Yeah.
in Jin, the
Jin
house,
Dashes, yeah.
the mansion.
Killing him without him noticing you.
He didn't know I was in the house.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I didn't touch any of the
You
shit.
don't touch
I
anything?
made it like I didn't even do it on purpose. I wasn't even like I'm gonna be sick about it. I just the second time I played it, I remembered a way, and it just so happened that I knew just how to get right to the back of the house. So I didn't touch any of the weight platforms.
Yep.
Suck it.
Yeah, I used one of those, and in order to get the achievement, what I did was I took like a freight elevator up, and then it brings you right to where he is, but across the huge circular room. Just aimed my crossbow, headshot. It slows down time, kind of like Sniper Warrior, or what is that? Sniper Elite
Dude,
game.
don't even mention that
Elite.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
Sniper
game sucks.
Elite.
Yeah, and then
New one's coming out this year.
headshot, and then reloaded, and so I got the achievement. So.
Yep, and I also now know what you were referring to when you said, was anybody at that meeting who wasn't supposed to be there?
Mm-hmm.
And so I did the second playthrough of that time mission that we were talking about where you go in
Yep.
between time. And this time I played it, and I was able to do it where when I came out of the situation, turned normal daytime, depending on what you do in the house, it was back to immaculate form. And it was fucking sick.
Did you knock him out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I knocked him out instead of killing him or like whatever.
Yeah.
Leaving him.
And he obviously
misses the
recovers.
meeting.
He recovers because he never sees what goes down. Fucking
It's weird.
sweet.
Yeah.
It even looked better than it did in the past.
Yeah, because a lot of
And
the
he's,
time
like,
you
still
go
fixing it up and
you go
everything.
you go back into the house and you're like, wait, am I in the past or the future? Like, what's
Yeah, it
happening
was-
here?
I couldn't
because
fucking tell.
it's the same exact. It's basically the same
Yeah,
thing. There's
it was
guards in the
really
past,
cool.
and then there's just servants in the present.
Yeah.
You're
So
like,
I didn't realize how tough. That's why I was going to ask. I didn't realize how tough it's going to be for me to get all of it in one playthrough.
Yeah.
Well, I guess at least it'll say you can redo the mission once you're done. At least you can hit X. It'll tell you if you fucked up,
Yeah.
but you can't do mission select.
it's pretty.
Some BS. How are you gonna put collectibles in the game? You won't even get me a fucking mission select, man.
There wasn't mission select until like mid-January.
Well,
It
welcome
sucked.
to mid-January, dude.
Yeah.
Shit.
But anything else on Dishonored 2 or no?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna pass it on over to Anthony.
Yeah, that might have been.
Steve,
We all right?
just wild card. Never anything.
You.
Steve.
Yeah.
Nice, Steve. Nice.
Got anything?
No, we're on Anthony.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So besides Resident Evil, I did continue Yakuza 0.
Nice. How was the any dick jokes like Lu Wang?
Wang? No, it's a
No,
dick
none of
jokes.
that. Okay.
You couldn't understand it. It's in Japanese anyway.
Okay.
You didn't understand it.
I mean, I
Basic.
guess that's a sick burn.
You can't read subtitles, bitch. What's
Well,
up?
we all know
You're
you
not
can.
like him.
You can't even read in general.
You're the one sassing him.
Anthony's got my back.
All right.
Question mark, please. There we go.
But it's a lot more story into chapter 2, where it just goes into more detail of how Yakuza kind of operates. And
Sure, they're shady.
So one of the
Black
lieutenants
market.
before tricked you into doing something. You got screwed for it, and he goes, "I'm gonna fix this so that the guy above him does not get screwed." So you invade like the headquarters to find the guy, and he's the lieutenant, and you make it all the way up to the top, and then you meet the boss to tell him that you want to quit the Yakuza. And the deal is you cannot normally do that.
Yeah.
But
It's
ha-
blood
Unless
in,
you're
blood
a-
out,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
In
it's
a
like
body
trying to get
bag.
out of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
Ain't
Crips.
happening.
What happened
Yeah.
was
Body bag, bitch.
the lieutenant had told him.
Sorry. Hold on, let me retake.
You get that? You all right?
Body bag, bitch.
Nah.
No? It's all right.
Nah.
Go ahead.
But the lieutenant had told them that he could leave if he can make it out of the building. Or if he gets to the top floor to fight him. And what happens is you do end up beating him.
Yeah, and then he's like, fuck that.
He's
I was
like-
lying.
But the boss had already witnessed what had happened. And in order for you to repent for what you'd done, you have to either pay him cash or cut off your pinky.
Did
cut
you
off the
have the
pinky?
cash?
So he cuts off the pinky.
Yeah, I'm guessing you didn't have the cash.
No, you're safe. You succeeded in defeating the lieutenant, so now you're not only out of the Yakuza and can now investigate who framed you, but the lieutenant now has to sacrifice his
Oh, I thought
his
that was
pinky.
you.
No,
I see. This is very convenient for your character,
yeah,
actually.
correct.
Yeah,
Well,
it's super convenient.
with the help
Mark
of
of the Yakuza though is to cut off the pinky.
I'm not really
Fun
familiar
fact.
with. I
Oh,
guess.
what was it? Assassin's Creed was the ring finger. Apologize.
You have to
So-
cut it off to repent for.
No, just to get the hidden blade through.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's kind of
The
killing your sister in
Yakuza,
Fable.
I think
which
they do it
everyone
just
did.
to see if you're tough.
No.
You didn't
Yeah.
do that?
No, I didn't kill my sister in Fable, you psychopath.
For the ultimate sword?
No.
Everyone made that
All
decision.
day.
Yeah, right here.
Every time, dude.
Not
Every
a
time.
chance.
Gary.
Did you even play Fable? Yes.
And you obviously did. That sword is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Brian,
I
like
did-
you didn't kill
I mean, like
Emily
I
and
had an evil character that I'm sure I did it in, but that wasn't like, yeah, I want that sword. Let me kill my sister.
I mean, my favorite fable is Fable Legends, so I'm pretty well versed in my Fable knowledge.
Birds.
So
Yeah, I
Brian.
agree.
So
I had a
Fable lore
one-on-one
right there.
interview with one of their developers that went swimmingly.
Yeah.
So
Game sucks.
What
did. I
way to
was there.
describe it.
I was there, but
the
so,
game did tank. I mean,
well, it was never released,
it
so
wasn't his fault.
yeah.
I'll tell you that.
but
Yakuza 0 is it still just open world GTA-S type of thing?
See, the first 2 chapters is strictly like it's linear, so you have to follow
Setting up the
yeah,
story.
it's like it is now. The second you leave the Yakuza, it is now at the open world, which is where I stopped to kind of continue from there. So before, like you couldn't really do anything.
Okay, it was just like point A to point
Point
B, doing
yeah,
story
it's like
stuff.
go back to your hotel, sleep it off, and then think about it. Your friend comes to visit and asks you what happened, but it's just like getting a taxi, and it strictly drives you to the headquarters pretty much, and then the
At
second
least
you
you don't
leave-
have to drive. That's nice. They drove you.
But they do that in like Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah.
so they set up the story.
And then
the
they're
first
like,
couple, hours.
here's the sandbox.
Yeah, and then
Pretty
let's
much.
open it up now.
long introduction to get you to where the open world aspect kind of takes place.
So how is the open world?
1988 Japan.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
like,
seen some
yeah.
weird shit going on.
like I said, like they're dressed up like American, like metal people. They
Oh,
got like
nice.
the leather
Nice.
jackets, and you're just like, dude, this is what Japan was like.
Can you punch anybody you want like Grand Theft Auto?
No, but like if you bump into somebody,
They
it's
can
just-
start a fight.
they start the
Everybody
fight.
was kung fu fighting. You told us this
Yeah.
last week. It's
They
just
just
like
stop you. It's like delinquents want to like
Yeah.
hey, like what are you doing? They stop you, and pretty much you just fucking
You just brawl out.
yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
not a. Excuse me, sorry, sir. I didn't mean to bump into you.
Not like traditional Japan, where it's like, excuse me, sir, and he
Yeah.
bows, and, he
And
walks
then you
away.
just walk away. Yeah.
None of
you
that
battle
shit.
and fight.
We don't say the B
You
word.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, motherfucker.
We don't say the B word. Moving on.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
I'm-
Is ow, I'm guessing we don't say that.
But that is where I stopped.
B
So,
word.
like I said, most of the game I played this week was Resident Evil, so I'll continue next week with Yakuza.
Nice.
The next game was just Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, I was gonna download this today, but the Apple Store I couldn't find it on the Apple Store.
I had no problem. What time did you?
I had no problem.
Yeah.
10 to 12.
Did you get that notification? Or?
No, I didn't sign up for the notification. I'm not
Scary
gonna,
situation.
I'll get it in
Sounds like
4 weeks when the game is
Mario
dead.
Run, whatever that's.
So when did you download
I never
it?
heard of that game.
2
Guess
o'clock
I'll play
as
that.
I was
Yeah,
walking
that
back
sounds
from work.
okay. Yeah,
I think
couldn't.
I ended up downloading it. It is a
Is it a
very
Card base.
Nope, Fire Emblem just simplified for smartphones, really.
Yeah.
You select a hero in the beginning. It gives you like Lynn. It's Lynn, Roy, Mars. I don't know if it's like random.
Yeah, it is random. It's
Yeah,
random
if
because
the-
I've seen a bunch of people be like, "Here are
Right.
my 5 heroes."
Marth is sick.
Well, I know after like you meet who you meet after is random, but the commander you get.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was random.
Well,
from
I've
the
seen a
start.
ton of people have like completely different
Different.
characters, so
So I got stuck
so
with.
you got stuck with Lynn.
I didn't get. I got someone worse than Lynn.
Oh, I
Someone
sure.
named Anna, who I have no clue who the fuck it is.
Sure. Yeah.
Put
Everyone,
you to sleep.
Yeah. Give you a piece of candy.
I
It's an
was
Overwatch joke.
hoping for Hector.
I got it. I'm on top of the Overwatch jokes.
He's learning. He's
Slowly
learning.
but surely.
Yeah, he's not
So-
safe so, anymore.
So is it like the normal grid base and you're just like tapping like I want you to go over here?
And then instead of hitting attack, all you have to do is bring it directly towards him, and then the second you let go, it will immediately attack for you.
Okay.
And kind of set up. Same with archers, you don't have to do anything but drag it.
How does it feel? Like is it pretty fluid?
I haven't fucked up the grids yet in terms of movement, so
Okay,
it's
nice.
pretty good. Like I said, the grid is also simplified for the smartphone. It's not like this extensive, like you have to
Huge
scroll
map,
over
yeah.
and then go all the way to the
It's
other
just like
side.
you see the whole map, you move them this way, done. All right, I attack this guy, slice, done.
And it's only in the prologue, so there's only that pretty much teaches you how the system works, and that like if you're an air type, like archers are stronger. It gives it a color. It's pretty much blue, red, and green. Like green's strong against blue, blue's strong against red.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, and then let you kind of into the world of Fire Emblem, telling you like these are pre-existing heroes, and you have to kind of save them from the alternative universe.
Price point? How much?
Free.
It's free. The whole game.
Yeah, It had an additional
What's the free to play
download.
in there? Yeah.
Nothing. I've not seen anything. I mean, if you want, you can play it right now.
I mean,
Well, you probably want me to wait. I'd
yeah,
say.
yeah.
I know I saw something before the podcast where it's already made like 2.2 or 3.2 million. So there's
On like packs to unlock characters.
I don't know
maybe?
what it is, but there's got to be
There's
some
something
sort
going
of
on.
something going on where you can buy something.
They hand you orbs.
First day
but-
made 3.2 or whatever, you know, it came out today here, right?
Yeah.
So already 3.2.
That's pretty good.
So I don't
Buying
know.
something.
Probably
From
more than
sources.
any other Wii U game that they've made.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Can't
But very
wait to get
cool
my
though.
Wii U.
Good luck finding them. They've stopped production.
Yeah. Well, they'll
Yeah.
be in the stores.
This is not the news.
Shh. Come on, man. Save that for the news.
Yeah. Speaking of the news, do you have anything else?
No, that was it this week.
All right, and God, Mike, you've got nothing. So we're going to take
course.
a quick break and come right back with the drunken news. And we're announcing who's won the grand prize of our giveaway. So stay tuned.